Welcome back to another episode of Daily Fortnite, your daily podcast about Fortnite. I'm your host, Mikey, aka Mike Daddy, aka Magnificent Mikey. And today, let's see here, there's a couple of things in the news that we'll get to real quick about some status updates. They say, due to a visual issue, we've temporarily disabled balloons across all modes. And I don't get what that's about. Balloons weren't in the game, right? Uh, or maybe just creative. So they are making sure that they let everybody know that they've just been disabled everywhere. Or are they talking about the visual items in the game for balloons? I was confused on this one because we haven't seen balloons in a long time in the game, and I do love I do love balloons. Uh, so I'm not sure what is going on uh, with that, but yeah, they have been disabled, so no more balloons for now. From looking through the comments, it looks like, yeah, it's the actual balloons, the kind that you can deploy and use. But I think those are only in creative right now, so I don't think they're going to get used too often. Now let's go ahead and look at the other thing. We mentioned that the split screen was fixed. Unfortunately, that is not the case. They're saying that though marked as resolved with the release of version 15.50, we're aware that the split screen ready up issue has not been resolved fully for players. We are working to address this, so hopefully that issue is going to be fixed really soon for all the players out there. Especially, I know there's siblings or parents and their kids that like to share a console and play together, so hopefully they can get that split screen issue fixed quickly here. Let's take a look at the LTMs real quick. We have the floor is lava, disarmed squads. We have go goaded slow mo enabled. That is a community creation, and the snipers versus runners community creation. It's Friday night bragging rights as well. Remember trios, of course, and Team Rumble is unvaulted. So check those out. Let's go ahead and get to our news now. First thing we're going to talk about is the blog post for the 1v1 photography results. This was the one with, the Street Fighter themed, right? So, photographer fighters inspired by the arrival of World Warriors Ryu and Chun-Li, we asked you to emulate 2D arcade action, screenshotting one-on-one square-offs. In response, you shared some veritable knockouts with us. Below are some of our favorite battles that you staged, and of course in the blog post they share a whole bunch of the photos that people screenshotted in game, having characters face off. There's a lot of good ones, so go check out the blog post so you can see for yourself. This is something, these photography things that they've been doing are really easy and simple things to do. You just take a screen capture of whatever the theme is for the in-game thing, and it's always a great way for maybe you to get involved in the Fortnite community and maybe grow some followers there as well. For I know a lot of you aspire to be some sort of Fortnite content creator, so that getting yourself involved in any way you can is always a good idea. They say thank you to everyone who submitted photos. Stay tuned to Fortnite game and our news page for the next photography theme coming up very soon. Some may say the next theme is based on something that's been right in front of you. So there is your little tip for, or your little clue for what the next one is going to be. And then for our next piece of news, you know that I did not forget about my Save the World players out there. So there was a Save the World home base status report that came out a couple of days ago, and we are getting to it now. They say, hello, Commanders. Home base is back to share what's coming this week and next to Fortnite Save the World. Friendly reminder to all home base heroes, the Mild Meadows Venture season and its event store content will conclude on April 3rd. Home base status report initiate. From the Major's desk, recruits. I am once again updating you on where we stand with our crowd control and effects. After some rigorous training, hero abilities and weapons no longer add to that crowd control counter mentioned in the last report. It seems traps are the only thing that adds to the counter and makes them immune. Feel free to knock them, shock them, and send them flying before they get to your tunnels. One thing to note, Commanders, if the Husks gain that immunity from traps, then our hero abilities and weapons will also cease to control them. A good mixture of shooting and trapping is key. I'll keep an eye out for how Commanders fare in the field after these changes. Major Oswald. And coming March 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern will be the Battlehound Jonesy and the Shortcut Simulation banner return. So Battlehound Jonesy bites back. He's got the rucksack for the standard perk and rucksack plus for the commander perk. Battlehound Jonesy will be available in the event store. War games, the Husks find a shortcut. Teleporting Husks are adorable, but their elements not so much. Strange doors appear near the enemy spawners. When Husks get near one of these doors, they are teleported to one of the exit doors closer to your fort. Beware, Husks that travel through these doors gain elemental effects. So coming March 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern, Cram Session Stare Down, Southie, and War Games Meltdown return. So cram with the Cram Session. Level up and evolve your favorite items during the Cram Session mini event. For the duration of the event, mini boss alerts will drop additional XP, evolution material, reperk, or perk up rewards instead of one. Mini boss mission alerts will continue to drop tickets added or series of quests, each of which has 10 stages that grant increasingly better one-time reward upon completion. Cram Session will be available from March 13th through April 3rd. And then Stare Down Southie, give him the bear stare. Man, green looks good on me. From Stare Down Southie, he's got the standard perk of Bear Stare and the commander perk of Bear Stare Plus. Stare Down Southie will be available in the event store. War Games, stop the meltdown. Your storm shield has gone critical and is emitting a growing radiation field. From what we hear, radiation is unpleasant and causes visibility issues while in direct contact. See you in the field, Commanders. And that is your Save the World update. Hopefully, you Save the World players out there are still having a good time playing that. You know, I still sign in daily to get my daily rewards. It's been a long time since I've played, but I at least go in there and sign in every day so I can get those free rewards. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what we got for news. So let's go ahead and do a challenge tip. And for this challenge tip, let's do the one where you need to collect cookbooks from Pleasant Park and Craggy Cliffs. You need to collect 4 in total. So we're going to go ahead and look at Pleasant Park first. Pleasant Park, most of the books are on the west side of town. In the houses on the west side of town. So go to the west side of town. Pretty much the 4 main houses that are on the west side of town should have a book in them. You're just looking for like a blue glowing book on the floor, and then there's one on the northeast side of town in that house as well. And then if we're going to go look at Craggy Cliffs, you're going to look on the southeast end of the town, the 2 southeasternmost buildings, and then the building that is most east, that's kind of up on the hill. You should find one in there, and then there should be one in I think that's the building with the tower. there. But plenty of books in total. You only need to get 4, so you should be able to get that done in one match by going to either location. Just you know, you might have to fight a few people to get it done in a single match, but at least you know where they are now. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and head over to the item shop and see what's in the item shop today. I had a super long day at work today, so I haven't seen what's in here at all. But it looks like they have some great stuff. We have the Master Chief bundle making its return. The Laser Beam bundle is still here. The Kratos bundle has made a return as well, and that's really awesome. Let's see here. We have the Toxic Trooper outfit in here for 1,500. It comes with the Pathogen back bling. We have the Tech Ops outfit with the Capacitor back bling for 1,200. Haven't seen that one in a long time. We have the Doodle Buddies wrap for 500. This is a new wrap. This is cool. So it's just a white background with doodles of so many different Fortnite characters. So that's really cool looking. The characters blink their eyes as well. So interesting. 500 V-Bucks for that. We have Drop the Bass emote for 800 V-Bucks. We have a Shanty for a Squad emote still here for 500. It must be popular because they've been leaving it in here. We have the Click emote for 200. And then let's see here. We have the Wanna See Me emote for 500. We have the Blaze outfit with the Firestarter back bling for 1,500. We have the Vintage Ramirez outfit for 800. Gotta love the Vintage Ramirez. I bet you we're gonna have a bunch of the vintage stuff in here, right? Yeah. So yeah, it looks like all of the OG characters are in here for 800 V-Bucks. From the Fortnite Chapter 1. Oh my goodness. People got to settle down with sending me invites and sending me things while I'm trying to record a podcast. I appreciate it though. From Loba DeBro just sent me the Click emo. Appreciate that. Thank you. Let me get back to this here. But yeah, so you get all of the Fortnite Chapter 1 OG default characters in here, 800 V-Bucks each. The OG glider is here as well for 500. And that looks like everything in the item shop today. So you can get any and all of these items using code MikeDaddy, MMMIKEDADDY, in the item shop. And some of the proceeds will go to help support the show. Okay, let's see here. Our tip of the day. So for our tip of the day, I saw some players in the Discord talking about dead zones. Okay, so dead zone. If you don't know what the dead zone is, it's for controller players. The dead zone is how far you have to push your controller before it responds. So if you have your dead zone set at 50%, that means you would have to push your stick halfway forward before it would actually start registering that you were pushing it forward. So now if you had it set all the way down to 0%, that means any slight movement you make, the controller will detect it and the Fortnite will detect it. So or let's go to the other extreme. If you had it set at 100%, that means you'd have to, before your character would start moving and looking in the direction that you were trying to look, you would have to push the stick all the way to the left, or all the way to the right, or all the way forward, or all the way down before it started responding. I like to have mine at 10%. That seems kind of to be the standard. I feel like it responds fast enough that I can move my character accurately, and but it's not so low. I feel like if you have it too low, controllers can be a little bit finicky. So if you have it, down there at 1, 2, 3, 4%, I feel like, just because they're controllers, they're analog sticks, just a little bit movement can make it, not feel as accurate as I want it to. but it's all about your comfortability. So I would start at 10%, start there, and then go from there. Figure out, okay, do I like to make it more sensitive, or do I want to make it less sensitive? And if you want it more sensitive, then you would be inching towards 0%. Less sensitive would mean you're getting closer to 100%. But yeah, that is what dead zones are, and that's how you adjust your dead zones and why you adjust your dead zone. Because again, you wouldn't want it at 100%, because that means you'd have to push all the way forward on your stick before any movement started registering at all on your character. But okay, guys, that's going to be the episode. So go join that daily Fortnite Discord and hang out with us. Follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. It's Mike Daddy on all of those. Head over to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star rating and a written review for a shout out on the show. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And until next time, have fun, be safe, and don't get lost in the storm.